want to thank everyone for coming today. Today we have a presentation from the United States Post Office. With us we have Jim Murphy, who is our postmaster in North Reading, and he'll be introducing our guest speaker. Thank you for coming. And remember, every other Friday we have pancake breakfast here at the Senior Center. Jim?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And as mentioned, my name is Jim Murphy. I'm the postmaster here in North Reading, or acting postmaster. And today we have with us Inspector June Foley from the United States Postal Inspection Service. And she's going to talk a little bit about identity theft and what to look for and what type of scams are going on right now. And after that, we'll certainly open up any questions if anybody has anything, and we'll take it from there. And with that, it's Inspector Foley.
Thank you. Thanks, Jim. I just want to thank you all for coming out. I want to give a short presentation on postal inspectors. Actually, we have a latest campaign that we sent out to everybody's mailbox nationwide about fraud prevention and fraud detection. Because we can't, what we need is people to recognize what typical fraud scams are and how not to become victims of it. Again, this is a pamphlet. I brought copies for everyone, but it did go out within the last week or two to every mailbox in the United States. And it's you can become a victim, avoid becoming a victim of fraud. Watch out for the warning signs. If it's too good to be true, it is. A lot of telemarketing scams. I saw something on Good Morning America today. There was a large arrest of Americans living down in Costa Rica. They call Americans, typically seniors. Those are the people that are home. Those are the people that are trusting. They have all sorts of things, of ways of duping you. They can spoof a telephone number, make it look like it's coming from North Reading, make it look like it's coming from within the United States, when it's outside the United States. So don't trust a phone number that may come up on caller ID, because that's no longer something that you can rely on. They have the technology of making that look real when it's not. But avoid high pressure, money up front. One of the typical scams is, hello grandma, hello grandpa, I'm in jail, can you send me money for bail? And people send it. I mean, you don't, it sounded like my grandson. It sounded like, check things out, validate anybody who calls you. The instant prizes, with sweepstakes, any lotteries through the mail are illegal. You cannot, did you buy a ticket? Did you, how did I win this prize? If it's a prize, it's free. There's no money, there's no fees, there's nothing to put up front. Don't fall, don't be, if you just give me a little bit more money, I will release the funds to you. Anything that you have to pay up front, it's a scam. There's nothing legitimate about it, and there'll be no prize for you later. It's just a drain on your account. There's a lot of work at home with this economy. There's a lot of internet offers of jobs, exorbitant salaries. It's just be vigilant and be aware that there's nothing for free. If it's too good to be true, it is. Your bank will never email you, never call you to say they lost your account information. The computer scammers are very good I just went to a training the other day where they were able to go online at the same time when you're doing your online banking. A pop-up came up and asked for your account numbers. So make sure if you do online banking that your software, your security software is up to date, that you have the latest, because actually it was a group of bankers that were discussing what the liability of, if you didn't secure your computer, your personal computer, fraudsters were able to get in through your own computers, that you may actually be personally liable for whatever they did because you didn't put up the preventions that you were supposed to do through your online banking, that that the fraudsters were able to scam the bank through your unprotected computer. So make sure your stuff is up to date, so you end up avoiding any kind of liability that way. Make sure you check your monthly statements for any unknown charges. Shred your stuff. This day and age with recycling, we make it very easy for dumpster divers to go into your stuff because they no longer have to go through the chicken bones and the stuff in there. We set it aside in all the nice clean paper so they can just go through and look through. So make sure you shred your stuff. Get a copy of your credit report once a year. Make sure that any inquiries, anything like that, that you didn't, stay on top of it. And the website is the annualcreditreport.com. Avoid freecreditreport.com is not free because they'll end up charging like $15 a month for their service. If your first credit report will be free, but they've got your credit card number, and it's very difficult to get rid of that. But annualcreditreport.com, and mass residents get a free report once a year, and victims of fraud get a free report once a year. So it's something that you should not have to pay for. And anything with businesses, check them out with the Better Business Bureau. See how many complaints they have. But again, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Get involved with. Now, I come out to senior centers a lot, and you folks are probably not the people that are going to get scammed because you guys are staying on top of it, you're staying active. But what I ask you to do is to look out for your peers who don't get involved. Look out for the shut-ins. I've had a couple of residents on the North Shore that they have fallen victims to the scams. They had sent pretty much their entire life savings away. And I've looked at their mail that they get, and it's like this thick of solicitations every day, every single day that they get. So look in on your peers, your elders, your relatives. A lot of them are afraid to tell people that they've fallen victim. They're afraid of losing control. They're afraid to tell their children. But please look in on the elders. But the elders are not the only ones being victimized. It's just more that they're more accessible. They're more trusting. They grew up in an era where the doors were not locked. Be aware of the local scammers, the traveling group, the guys that come and they'll do your driveway. They'll do your home repairs. They'll chat with you out front with their buddies out back, going in your back door and going through your jewelry box. So if just be very vigilant. There's a lot of fraudsters out there ready to take what you've worked very hard your whole life to earn. Again, I have copies for this, but everybody in the United States is getting this pamphlet, and our website is postalinspectors.usps.gov. And our new website is deliveringtrust.com. It can answer a lot of your questions regarding the typical frauds that are going on, charity frauds. I saw something recently, makeawish.com, where fraudsters posed as them. Congratulations, you've won them Make-A-Wish, and they probably they're scamming sick children's. They're charities that are legitimate to them. They have no conscience. They will take your last dime and be proud that they did it because they've outsmarted you. They have no sympathy for what they do to people. So there's just a ton of scams out there, but we've set up a website with a lot of information for whatever you need to know. I brought a lot of pamphlets. We'll keep them here after I leave for whatever you need to know, and you can contact me. If you need anything, you can contact the postal inspectors for any information that you need to know about any ongoing scams. And we're here. And a lot of people don't know who postal inspectors are, but we're federal agents, and we work A lot of crimes that are cross state lines, county lines, cross even international lines. So that's a quick synopsis of what we're doing. Don't know if there's any questions out for anyone.
I have just something to say. I want to remind everybody that at the senior center here, we do have a shredder. And that shredding machine is open to anybody who wants to come by and use it. You don't have to be a senior. If you want to come by and destroy some of those important papers, you're welcome to do it here. I also want to remind you that the North Reading Police Department is always available 24/7. If you feel uncomfortable about a phone call or someone knocking on your front door, please call them immediately. And I tell people all the time, the IRS or Social Security will never call you at your house to ask you for information. Again, we have a shredder here. We're open 8 to 4 Monday through Thursdays and to 1 o'clock on Fridays. And please, if you feel uncomfortable in any way, something doesn't feel right, please call the North Reading Police Department. They're always there to help you.
I got one of those scams. They called and said it was my nephew.
Did they?
Yeah, and he lives in California. So I said, well, you can call me back. So I hung up. I called him out in California. He got my brother. And he got in touch with his son. Did you call your aunt? No, I've been working. So he called me back. He said, it's a scam, Mary.
Right.
I said, well, I just wanted to be sure.
Excellent. And as you described, somebody fell for her. Somebody called her and she verified. That's what we're asking you to do. Don't take unsolicited calls, phone calls. Don't take unsolicited mailings or anything at face value. Check it out, verify it. If you get anything with a mailing or anything with a provided number, an email, don't use that number because that's the fraudster's number. Look it up independently as to what the number is, but verify. But again, if it looks too good to be true, it is. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.